Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, we will solve a question under sets. The question goes like, solve square root of 3x plus 4 minus square root of x minus 3, all being equal to 3. So I'll go ahead and rewrite the question so we can start solving. So we have root of 3x plus 4 minus root of x minus 3 all equal to 3. Let me put the brackets here. Alright. So for a question like this, the best way to solve it is to move this to this side of the equation. So I'll call this the right hand side and this the left hand side. So as you are sitting and facing the screen, this is the right hand side and this is the left hand side. Alright, so we have root of 3x plus 4, we maintain it, and equal to 3 is already here. When this comes here, it becomes plus root of x minus 3. So let me add the brackets here. So now with this, we have to eliminate the square root here. Now to do that, we are going to use a bigger bracket and square both sides of the equation. Squaring both sides takes off the root from here. Now we just have 3x plus 4 here, which is equal to this. This gives us an expression like this. It basically means this multiplying itself again. So let me show you how we express it in math. Yes. So with this, it is going to give us 3x plus 4 is already there. And now this times this. 3 times 3 gives us 9 plus 3 times root of x minus 3 and x minus 3 times 3 will give us 6 root of x minus 3. Then plus x minus 3. If you are wondering how, let me show you. So this is just rough work. Okay, so it is 3 plus root of x minus 3 times itself. You see, we express it by expanding the bracket, as we know in algebra. So x minus 3, let me take it to this side, times 3 plus root of x minus 3. And clearly we can see that 3 times 3 gives us 9 plus 3 times root of x minus 3 gives us 3 times root of x minus 3 plus another one. So x minus 3. Then plus this times this. Since we have x minus 3 squared, the squared cancels the root. That's why it is left with x minus 3. So you can clearly compare this to what I have here. And you are going to see that we have 9 plus 6 root of x minus 3 plus x minus 3. And that clearly gives us this expression once again. So I said this was a rough work. So I'm going to go ahead and try to eliminate it from here. Let's clear it. Okay, so let's continue. Now that we have this, what we can now do is we'll group like terms. Okay, yes, that's what we do. Group like terms in mass, we group like terms. So now we have 3x plus 4. We can see that there is x here, there is minus 3 here, there is 9 here. We can bring all of it to the left hand side of the equation. When negative 9 comes here, positive 9 comes here, it becomes negative 9. Positive x becomes negative x. Negative 3 becomes positive 3. So now equal to only this, which is maintained on the right hand side. Okay. So now what we can do is 3x minus x gives us 2x. 4 plus 3 gives us 7 minus 9 equal to 6 times x minus 3. So now we have 2x minus 2. 7 minus 9 is just saying 9 minus 7, but since it's a negative number which is bigger, we maintain the negative sign. Okay, so we can write this x minus 3 in a bracket. Now what we can do to eliminate this square root and solve the equation properly is to square both sides of the equation. So both the left and the right have been squared. Now for squaring this, we are going to get an expression of 4x squared minus 8x plus 4. You can check my videos on how to expand squared expressions. Okay, now we have 6 squared, which is 36, then x minus 3. For this one, I can just do some little rough work for you. We have 6 times x minus 3. This means 6 times root of x minus 3, so it is multiplying. So the 6 is on its own, will be squared, times root of x minus 3 will also be squared. 6 squared gives us 36. Root of x minus 3 gives us x minus 3 because the square cancels the root. So that is how we got that. So if you are wondering, let me try to ungroup this so I can eliminate it. Okay, so let's just leave it this way. Now we have 4x squared minus 8x plus 4 is equal to 36 times x gives us 36x minus 36 times 3 gives us 108 if you check your calculators. And now what we get here is 4x squared minus 8x minus, this will be moved to the left hand side, 36x plus 4, it is already maintained here, plus this 108, then all being equal to 0. So now all we have is 4x squared minus 44x plus 112 is equal to 0. Looking at this expression, 4 is a common factor, so we can divide through the equation by 4. And here we get x squared minus here we get 11. 4 times 11 gives us 44. Then plus here gives us 28 being equal to 0. With this, when you get here, this is quadratic You can choose to use the almighty formula, or what they know as the quadratic formula, which is this: negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, or use the normal factorization method, or perhaps use your calculator. So each method you use should give you your final answer. So I'm going to hang on to this and we'll use that method. Okay, so we have x. Okay, before that, we'll write a. A here is 1. We are writing the coefficients. B is negative 11 and C is 28. That's the constant. So the coefficient I'm saying is just the numbers in front of the variables, and C is a constant, so we maintain that one. So we are just going to go ahead and substitute these values into the almighty equation. That's why it's almighty. So x is equal to negative 11. So we have negative and negative 11 here like this, plus or minus root of, this gives us another negative 11 squared minus 4 times 1 and times what? C, 28 all over 2a. A is just 1, so it will be 2 times 1. Now we have x is equal to negative times negative 11. It just gives us positive 11. So plus or minus square root of 11 squared. Because it is squared, although it's a negative number, we will get positive 121. So 11 squared gives us 121 minus 4 times 28 times 1, which will give us 112 all over 2. So now we have x is equal to 11 plus or minus square root of 121 minus 112 gives us 9 all over 2. So you see there is plus or minus here, which means we are going to get x1. So I'll name it as x1 and x2, which is 11 plus root of 9 is 3 over 2, and x2, which will be 11 minus 3 all over 2. Now x1 gives us 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. While x2 gives us 11 minus 3 is 8. And 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. Okay, so now we have x1 to be 7, x2 to be 4. When you use the factorization method, you will get something like x minus 4 and another bracket x minus 7 equal to 0. And you can just equate this to 0 and equate that to 0 as well, and you are going to arrive at the same answer. So that's the beauty of mathematics. Since they all satisfy the original equation, these two answers can be accepted. Sometimes it's only one which can be true. So with this, we can prove that all of them satisfy the equation by substituting them into the original question. So we have square root of 3x plus 4 minus root of x minus 3 should be equal to 3. You can just do it this way, times 4 plus 4 minus square root of 4 minus 3. And you just punch it into your calculator, or if you want to go the long way, 12 plus 4 minus 4 minus 3, which is 1. I thought 1 was wrong, but I think it's correct. So 16 minus root of 1 is just 1. Root of 16 is 4. So 4 minus 1 gives us 3. That basically shows that 4 is correct. Now when we are using 7, we can just do it this way too. 3 times 7 plus 4 minus root of 7 minus 3. Now we have 21 plus 4 minus 7 minus 3 gives us 4. So we have root of 25 minus root of 4 gives us 2. So 5 minus 2 is definitely 3, which also counts to this, which means x being equal to 7 and x being equal to 4 are the roots of this quadratic equation. So we started from sets, but we entered into quadratics. Thanks for watching this video with me, and see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Subscribe.